As the 2016 campaign intensifies, candidates will face greater scrutiny on their plans for immigration reform, and they will continue to link themselves to past presidents who've tackled this issue. Chief Washington correspondent James Rosen has more from the White House tonight.
At this week's Republican primary debate on FBN, Donald Trump invoked President Eisenhower as a model in the mass deportation of illegal immigrants.
I, like Ike, moved 1.5 million illegal immigrants out of this country, moved them way south. They never came back.
Official figures at the time claimed Eisenhower, in a program officially named Operation Wetback, deported up to 1.3 million people. But historians today say the figure was closer to 250,000, and there have been varying assessments of how brutal the process was.
Families were torn apart. They would be taken to holding areas, large parking lots, stadiums, and so forth, and eventually put on buses, often without water, often without food, to parts of Mexico that they'd never been to before.
In 1951, President Truman told Congress his administration had deported close to 800,000 illegals in the preceding 2 years. And ever since, as Americans increasingly refused to perform some menial jobs, and many others came to lack the skills to perform high-tech jobs, foreign workers, legal and illegal, have permeated the U.S. economy and posed acute problems for presidents.
So help me God.
In his second term, President Reagan bolstered border security and imposed penalties on employers of illegals, even as the law he signed provided those already here with a path to citizenship. In the 21st century, the Bush-Cheney administration distinguished between removals, a formal process with stricter controls, and returns, where illegals were put on buses bound for Mexico without court orders and the like. Add up both categories, and the Bush 43 administration evicted more than 10 million people in 8 years. President Obama, while using executive action to prevent deportations, has kept the two categories and exceeded his predecessor in the number of removals, but not when removals and returns are counted together.
To deport 12 million immigrants from this country is unrealistic, both as a practical matter, but also as a fiscal matter.
Asked if he was trying to put a price tag on the rule of law, Ernest said Donald Trump should simply be asked how much his deportation force would cost. But Ernest also called such a plan, quote, inhumane. Bret?
James, thank you.